Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a concept that has haunted philosophers, artists, and storytellers for centuries. The idea of the lost soul. What does it truly mean to have a lost soul? Is it a religious concept, a psychological state, or something else entirely? And most importantly, who created this powerful idea? And how did it evolve to become such a profound part of our collective consciousness? Let's travel back in time. The origins of this concept aren't tied to a single person or moment, but are woven through the fabric of ancient beliefs and mythologies. Many early cultures, from shamanistic traditions to the ancient Egyptians, believed that the soul was a tangible part of a person that could literally get lost, stolen, or detached from the body. In these traditions, a lost soul wasn't a metaphor for feeling down. It was a serious spiritual affliction. Shamans or priests would perform complex rituals to retrieve the soul, believing that if it wasn't returned, the person could fall ill or even perish. The soul was seen as a vital life force, an essence that animated the body, and its absence was a true crisis. As we move forward into the classical era of Greece and Rome, thinkers like Plato started to philosophize about the soul in a different way. For Plato, the soul was immortal and composed of three parts: reason, spirit, and appetite. A lost soul, in this context, wasn't one that had wandered off, but one where these parts were out of balance. If your appetites and base desires ruled over your reason, you were considered spiritually lost, disconnected from the higher world of forms and truth. The goal of philosophy was to harmonize the soul, to lead it back to a state of equilibrium and wisdom. So the concept began its shift from a literal physical loss to a metaphorical internal struggle. Then came the seismic shift with the rise of major monotheistic religions, particularly Christianity. The idea of the lost soul took on a whole new dimension of eternal consequence. Here, the lost soul became someone disconnected from God, someone living in sin and facing the terrifying prospect of eternal damnation. The soul wasn't just misplaced, it was in peril. This theological framework turned the lost soul into a central theme of religious life. Think of the parable of the lost sheep in the Bible, where the shepherd leaves his 99 sheep to find the one that has gone astray. This story perfectly encapsulates the idea of a loving God seeking to save a soul that has lost its way. This version of the lost soul, one in need of salvation and redemption, dominated Western thought for over 1,000 years and profoundly shaped our art, literature, and culture. Fast forward to the Romantic era in the 18th and 19th centuries. Artists and poets like Lord Byron and Mary Shelley became obsessed with the figure of the outsider, the rebel, the tormented individual. The lost soul was romanticized. It was no longer just about sin but about alienation, a profound sense of not belonging in the world. This is where we get the archetype of the brooding, tragic hero whose soul is lost not because of a lack of faith, but because of a heightened sensitivity, a deep emotional turmoil that sets them apart from society. The lost soul became a symbol of individualism and a critique of a cold, conformist world. It was seen as a state of being that was both painful and, in a strange way, beautiful. Now let's bring it into the 20th and 21st centuries. With the advent of psychology and the works of figures like Freud and Jung, the concept of the soul was once again reinterpreted. The lost soul was medicalized, becoming synonymous with psychological conditions like depression, anxiety, dissociation, and what we now call an identity crisis. To be a lost soul in the modern age means to feel disconnected from your true self, to lack purpose, to feel a sense of emptiness, or anomie, as the sociologist Emil Durkheim called it, a feeling of normlessness in a rapidly changing world. The search for the soul became an internal quest for self-discovery, identity, and mental well-being. Therapy, self-help, and mindfulness are the modern-day rituals we use to find ourselves, to bring our lost souls back home. So who created the idea of the lost soul? The answer is we all did. It's a concept that has been co-created and continuously redefined by humanity across millennia. It began with shamans trying to retrieve a literal life force. It was refined by Greek philosophers as a state of internal imbalance. It was dramatized by theologians as a battle for eternal salvation. It was romanticized by poets as a mark of a sensitive individual. And finally, it was analyzed by psychologists as a symptom of mental and emotional distress. Each era has molded the idea of the lost soul to reflect its greatest anxieties and highest aspirations. Whether it's a spirit wandering in the ether, a sinner needing redemption, a rebel against society, or a person grappling with their mental health, the concept speaks to a universal human experience: the fear of being disconnected, meaningless, and alone. It's a powerful testament to our enduring need for connection, to our community, to a higher power, to the world, and most importantly, to ourselves. The story of the lost soul is, in essence, the story of the human search for meaning. What does the idea of a lost soul mean to you? Have you ever felt that way? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'd love to read your perspectives on this fascinating topic. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through history and thought. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration. Until next time, take care and stay curious.